Get in, nerds. We are playing Victoria 3. I've decided we're going to go for Persia first, and then we're going to do that business with right of assembly later. And if we got to fight our own landowners, then we'll fight them. So for now, let's go ahead and get... Oh, I should get degrees incorporating. Already got... Let me just check on my incorporation status. Yeah, I've got incorporated a bunch of these other states already. So that should be fine. So I think it's time for an army expansion. We need more artillery in our primary armies. Let's grab a few more infantry here as well. 5 levels of cavalry here. And Anadolu Ordusu needs artillery as well. Go ahead and step up. Populations of these states are actually a lot larger than I remember. It's 8 artillery. Let's grab 2 more levels here. And then Constantine Ordosu, let's get 4 levels of lance. Build Syria and Palestine up to 5. And let's do 5 levels of artillery. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then Hassa Ordosu can get a few more levels of infantry. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, that'll bring them up to 30, and then we'll do another 5 levels of artillery. I think that's got us all balanced. So let's go to Ankara, where we've got a lot of unemployment for these barracks. So we're building an additional 39 levels of barracks. I don't foresee a problem with that. Let's go ahead and queue them all the way up to the top. So that we can have them prepared for our big advance. I'm actually not going to build any government admin in these states that I took. These were already in queue when I started. The livestock ranches in Tabriz we can probably finish, but all that other stuff we can just go ahead and ignore it. And this is just going to be... This is going to help me improve my prestige, for one thing, because it's going to give me a little bit of extra army power projection, but it's also going to put me in a position to be more able to fend off Russia, because Russia, as we just saw, is extremely likely to protect Persia if... Hey, there's Shellgun. Wonderful. That is actually something that I'm going to switch over to right away. To protect Persia if we go after Persia, is what I was trying to say there. I'm going to go to smooth bores. This is going to produce a bunch more artillery, but it's fine because we're doing a massive increase in artillery. Take a look at military goods. Yeah, all of our arms industries are pretty low in terms of overall productivity right now, just because of the low prices of weapons. But they'll go up when there's a war, because there's gonna be another war. So our timetable for that's going to be based on our reputation. We're just going to get that. We're just going to get our infamy as low as possible. We're going to go above 25, and I want to be able to do my best with keeping infamy low. We're going to get 31.2. That went up, I think, a little bit, just because the population of Persia is continuing to increase. So I'm hoping we'll be able to do what we want to do there. I don't know if Russia is going to be able to support Persia directly. Let's see. We still have a truce with Egypt. if there's time, I can go ahead and reduce the autonomy of some of these states. Again, I don't want to necessarily touch my European protectorates right now, but I can afford to get a little bit stronger. Well, I do. Oh, I need to implement my freaking medical support. This will take a fabric and a liquor input. That's quite a bit, but I think it's worth it. Because that recovery rate is absolutely bananas overall. A critically important part of our industry. So what do the liquor prices look like? Alright, and those are not currently being spent yet. So if we go to a pot still method, that'll produce plenty of liquor to support that. And from a fabric perspective, we're doing absolutely fine. Fabric is very affordable. And just once again to double check, we're looking at 2 liquor and 1 fabric. Okay, so once we go to war, we'll increase these to doing pot stills, and that will produce the liquor that we need in order to effectively do wound care. So now we're just giving it a second. We are looking at the middle of 69. Nice. Perfect. Relations with Oman have increased to the point where they are maxed out. How much is it going to be to reduce their autonomy? 2.6 infamy. So again, we'll potentially go with that as time goes on. How much are we getting from diplomatic pacts right now? 8.7k. So we're getting 4.4 from Egypt, 2.3 from Tunis, and 1.9 from Tripolitania. That is a pretty good overall diplomatic pact income. I'm feeling pretty pleased about that overall. So I'm hoping... we're going off sideways here. And of course now there's a movement for freedom of conscience. I could get 1.37 loyalists from this, but I really don't want to have a bad situation here. Because last time, the Sunni ulema created a real problem. On the other hand, if I try to ban slavery, that will make them very happy. But that'll mean I'll have to fight the governors. And I can't afford that right now. It's on the back burner. It's going to be a rough couple of years, but we're going to get Persia, and that's going to make everything easier. Let's see. I should be able to... Unfortunately, in the current build of the game, it only shows the time to produce for buildings that are currently being built. But I think these are about 4 weeks a pop, and I've got an entire page, which is, I think, 20... plus a few more down here. So I think that's going to be about a half a year. I think we'll get this done in plenty of time. So I'm feeling pretty confident. I've got plenty of construction capacity. In fact, I have maxed out on cash. So let's get a little bit more construction capacity up at the top here. And we'll put some outside of our capital, where we got a lot of labor available. Albania. Those will get built really fast. Well, I guess about as fast as the barracks, frankly. Let's increase the speed here. We're running fast and fast. Alright. We lost an agitator. That's fine. Are there any agitators I could bring in? There are quite a few. Let me see. You're an abolitionist. You're a land reformer. You're a pacifist. And you're a land reformer. Okay, so we have some options. We have some options in terms of bringing in agitators. I think we could definitely get what we need overall from agitators, but I don't want to do that too fast. This is going to be a big reform run, but let me see if I've gone over that that freedom of conscience thing. Not yet. It's a shame. This is a big movement. How much longer until I can do that? 8 more months. All right. So we'll see how things go. We'll see if we have a big war with Persia, and if we have a big war with Persia, then that'll be what it is. And if we don't have a big war with Persia, and they just happily accept vassalization by me, then perhaps we will have nice things in the form of freedom of conscience and a war with the Sunni ulema. And then that'll goof up my authority, but it is what it is. So currently working on a draw current. That's right, I'm trying to get to breach loading artillery. So after breach loading artillery, I'm thinking nationalism. And after nationalism, I think realism probably for the prestige. And then we'll go close out some of these tier 2 production techs. I think what we'll do is we'll just queue up the entire rest of the tier 2 block for production, so that once those get completed, so that once the ones that we're working on, particularly breach loading artillery, get completed, we'll be in a really good place to just continue to advance. Alright, we're down to exactly 1 page, so, well, a little bit less than 1 page now. How are we with our infamy? We're at 2.6, so that should decay in just a few more months. So we're looking at about the middle of the year as timetable for the war. Papal States, are you still mad at me? Yes, yes you are. But my relations improving capabilities are so strong. And Egypt is feeling better about me, which it better do. Being bankrolled by Austria. Not sure what that's about. Not super pleased about it. Could reduce their autonomy, but I don't want to delay this war with Persia, because I do have a truce with France. But I could potentially get, say, Austria-Hungary on my side. I'm hoping I can get an ally here. We'll see if when I drop back to 0 infamy, if some of these countries get more friendly towards me. Because that is something that tends to happen. See, with this, I'll get -10 approval if time runs out and I don't do it. And I can actually kind of live with that, because the intelligentsia are pretty good with me. Like, I can tolerate a little bit less love from the intelligentsia for a little while I let that decay. But it's not a great thing to have, because they are my primary interest group. And I would rather have a happy primary interest group than an angry one. So I think we're actually going to run out of infamy before I complete all these barracks, but I think we still will do that. It is likely that in the course of completing this, of making this war happen, I will pause construction, just because I won't have the money to keep my finances strong. Because it is probably very likely that I will end up activating conscription centers during this war if Russia chooses to intervene, which I think it seems very likely that they will. So I am concerned about that, but I'm hoping it won't be necessary. But if it is, then I may allow my finances to decay down to basically the middle. They do have some unrealized taxes now, which is interesting. Where have I got unrealized taxes? Just 2K. Average tax rate is 2%. Where's that coming from? Quite a few in Tabriz. I shouldn't have taxed. Oh, right, because this was just taken over and it's not fully incorporated yet. Some in Yemen. Am I short on bureaucratic capacity here? No. Oh, pollution impact. No, that shouldn't mess up taxes. That's right. Pollution is fully implemented in the game now, which is an interesting set of mechanics. Okay, so we're back at 0.0 infamy. So how does the rest of the world feel about me now? You're still cautious. That makes me sad. France, you're fighting the East Indies. Prussia, you're still fighting with Denmark. So Russia is likely to fight me on this. Well, we'll see. Because I think it's time to pull the trigger. Hi there, hello. Become my protectorate. Alright. So, let's mobilize everybody. And we've got leadership in all of our... Oh, this... I thought I just put leaders in these armies. Oh, you're a different army. I went over because now you're... Okay, but you lead up the rural... You're a rural folk guy and you're good, so we'll just promote you. Rumeli Ordusu, you've got plenty of capacity. Constantine Ordusu, you're good. And Hassa Ordusu, you're good. So... That said, let's go ahead and raise some conscript troops. Not too many right now immediately. But let's do 5 levels of conscript infantry for the Anatolian army. Seem to have not raised the number of artillery that I thought I had meant to, so we'll go ahead and queue those in. Where have we got a non-round number of barracks? Yemen. Nope, no labor available there. Hejaz. Alright, well, this is kind of amateur hour with this, but, you know, it is what it is. Alright. Rumeli Ordusu will grab 5 units of conscript infantry. So that's 4 in Ivin and the remaining 1 in Ankara. Constantine army will grab 5 units of conscript infantry, will grab all 5 from Eastern Thrace. And Hassa Ordusu will grab another 5 units of conscript infantry from... let's grab it from the Syrian provinces. And that should be enough for now. We'll put the main army... Yes. 5 conscripts. Oh, you can auto-assign conscripts. That's interesting. I didn't realize that. Alright, we'll put 2 armies on the front here. And we'll see what Russia does. That is big cost. Alright, so we're going to almost assuredly pause construction. That's going to put us in the red about to the tune of about 5k per week. And I think we can definitely tolerate that. Alright, we can sway a country, but it's Oman. So, Oman, do you have any kind of real military capabilities? You see line infantry, dragoons, mobile artillery. Yeah, it's not that great. I don't feel the need to sway Oman at this time. Portugal. Okay, alright. That's fine. That's fine. I'm not worried about Alright, and there's Russia. So we're gonna put the Rumeli army over here. We're gonna put the army of Constantine over here as well. And we will set both of these armies to adamant defense. And the Anadolu Ordusu is still on the Lower Egypt Fars front, which is this one. And this is the Lower Egypt Perm front. Alright, perfect. And then once we've got the rest of these barracks built up, we'll pause construction. Alright. Interesting. Great Britain is not pleased with us. They're belligerent. Well, Great Britain, why are you so belligerent? Maybe you should be less belligerent. Maybe you should belligerate less of the time. Escaping fugitives. A significant group of slaves have risen up and made for the borders of Serbia, where slavery is illegal. It is the duty of the government to seize and arrest fugitives and remove them to the territory from which they fled. Now go out there and do your duty. We shall fund the capture of all fugitives. This gives us a big bureaucracy penalty. Makes the Sunni ulema unhappy, makes the local governors happy. Or we will pay for nothing. This makes the Sunni ulema happy, the local governors unhappy. I can't afford to lose the bureaucracy right now, so sorry, local governors. Can't sway anybody. Great Britain is mad. And the Russians are coming, and everyone is to get from the street. Really, Ordosu, aren't you supposed to be on the other front? Hold up. Hold up. We've got two armies on this front. I want Rumeli Ordosu on the Russian front. Persia has 51 battalions total, and I don't think they have... Yeah, they have regular infantry, so I'm very confident in my capacity to win a fight with Persia. Got Tripolitania coming to help. Let's get the Hassa Ordosu onto the Russian front as well. We'll set them to defend. We've built up all of our barracks, so let's pause construction for now. We are losing money. That's okay. There's hydraulic cranes. That's fun. That means we're not going to be able to use siege artillery for this war. But that's okay. We'll be holding... I'm actually glad we don't have a front here anymore with Russia. Although there are Russian troops coming across the Caspian Sea here. I don't know why this says lake. My impression was the Caspian Sea was a sea, not a lake. But we'll see how things go. Alright, 2 arms. Trader exporting tea is closed. That doesn't bother me. One little bit. I think Hassa Ordosu actually needs to be on the front of Persia. Alright. We have battles popping off here. Russia's winning against Tripolitania, but... Russia's winning on the defense against Tripolitania. We're defending here, but they're still winning. That doesn't make me very happy. But we are winning against Russian troops on the southern front here. So we need to get to the capital in order to achieve victory here. I'm thinking I need more troops because I need a better ratio on the Russian front. So, the 2 armies we've got here are the armies of Constantine and Rumeli Ordosu is over here, right? Yeah, the armies of Constantine and Rumeli. So, let's go ahead and increase our conscripts. Let's get 5 battalions from Hrivendikar. and 5 battalions from the Balkans. And then the Constantine, so we'll get another 10 battalions of conscript skirmish infantry from the Balkans, 5 from the Balkans, and 5 from Anatolia. And that's going to cost quite a bit, but I'm hoping it will help. We are winning here. We're currently fighting in Liristan. I think that's where the front is. So I'm hoping we can have... Cool, winning there, losing there, but that's okay. Interesting. We got... They're losing more support slower than we are. They've lost more battles. Because of radical population. Yeah, I guess we got a real radical population problem, which I'm not super pleased about. Normally, Ordosu is having a little bit of a problem getting mobilized, which is making me feel kind of sad. We are winning on an attack here as well. We've got a firm advantage in strength on this side. This front has Romelli and Constantine. Remembering which armies are where is difficult for me, especially because these ones seem to be changing positions a lot. I'm tempted to raise more conscript artillery for the Constantine Ordusu, and I think I'm going to, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then the Anadolu. You're actually pretty well maxed out. Although, I could promote this guy again. But let's wait. Finances are doing good, taking bits of Liristan, which we do need. Hopefully we can move forward to grabbing the capital, because we currently have war support protection. They want Tabriz and a treaty port in Kars, so as long as we can hold Kars and Tabriz, we should be fine. We're winning at the battle in Tabriz, so I'm hoping we'll be able to make that happen. Got another victory over here. Oh, I don't have a commander for this navy. That's not great. Let's go with this guy. He's a bigoted grifter, but he's a naval commander, and that's a good trait to have. So, let's put you in our primary sea node, I guess. I don't think we can defeat a larger Russian navy over here, but we can defend our own sea node. And that should allow us to keep the sea lanes in the Eastern Mediterranean open. I'm not sure exactly how all that works, but I feel pretty good about it. Winning battles over here in Tabriz. Yep, feeling pretty confident in our capacity to hold the Russian front right now, which is making me very, very happy. I'm really hoping that recovery rate makes a difference because, oh, I didn't switch over my freaking production methods. Hey, produce the liquor that I need. Whoopsie daisy. Alright, so that actually is making a significant difference in our in the finances of our army to the tune of about 5k, which means I think I can resume construction at least a little bit until I start to see black here. Basically until we get below 7 mil in the pot. and then I'll back off again. But I'm feeling pretty pleased about my capacity to push forward down here, and my capacity to hold up here. So overall, I'm pretty happy. Pretty happy. Game's making a lot of noise. That's mostly my fault, but I am gonna blame the game for it. I actually think I'll be able to sustain this for quite a while. Although I see another fleet moving out from Russia. Looks like there's a rebellion happening in Finland, so that's well timed for us. For our purposes. So we're taking Arabistan, which, again, is not my favorite, because I would love to get the capital, which is, I think, the thing I need. Yeah, I need to get them either fully occupied, or I need to get occupation of the capital. And I've got my own war support protection right now, because I've got pretty sturdy armies over here. Let's go ahead and I would love this number to be above 20. Oh, we got a bunch more armies coming down here. Alright, so again, just making sure. Lower Egypt, Perm Front, we have Rumeli and Constantine. So I'm gonna promote you again. Get you some additional command lit. And then we'll grab some more skirmish infantry here. As conscripts. Let's see. We get 5 from Albania. And do I need artillery conscripts? No, I think I need more infantry. We'll do 2 from Skopje and 3 from Aleppo. And then for the army of Constantine, we'll do 5 units of artillery. Oh, Lower Egypt's got quite a lot of capacity. 5 there. And then we'll do another 5 units of infantry in Lower Egypt. Again, I'm spending a lot of money on this war, but I'm hoping that we can get everything going so that I can win it. Not happy about all these new Russian armies that are showing up down here. Thinking of moving the Hassa Ordusu up to this front. Yeah, I think that's going to be necessary. Well, no. Alright. We need to abandon our strength advantage. So that means we'll need to pull in some conscript units for Rumeli Ordusu. So you can get 5 battalions here. And how are we doing for artillery? We need some conscript artillery. Let's go with 3 battalions and 2 battalions. So that'll continue to increase the capacity of this army to fight on. Oh boy. Russians are really throwing a lot of blood at this front. Still feeling reasonably confident in my capacity to achieve victory here, though. Being fully on defense is quite strong overall. Particularly when you've got a technological advantage, it is very advantageous to be fully defending. And we'll put some conscripts in Hassa Ordusu as well. We got 2 battalions here, 3 here, and for some conscript artillery, we'll get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It would sure be nice to have a National Guard right now, I will say that. National Guard and Professional Army together is a very strong combo. It would make me pretty happy. I also think we've got higher I suspect we've got higher mobilization options So let's take a look at what our battle ratios are here. So their side is mostly losing. That ratio is not as high as I would hope. We are still... It's getting close. We've got a little bit of occupation, but we're still technically losing war support faster than they are. And again, we have war support protection, but... Oh, we do actually have occupation of Iraqi Ajami right now. And we are continuing to successfully push forward there. So if we can get a hold of this state, then we can win. So let's get some more conscripts in our main offensive army. We don't have a lot of conscripts more to raise, so let's pull... I'm still not super clear on what the ratios ought to look like. It's nice to have these broken up, but it would also be nice to have the full visual to the totals here. I think I can get... Yeah, I can get some morale recovery by increasing army wages. So we'll go ahead and do that. I forgot about that. That's something I need to remember to do more often. And I think once we get done with these motor industries, we'll pause construction again. Industrial barriers. Factories in eastern Thrace have been reported to be placing Bulgarian people into roles with incredibly poor working conditions, owing to their status as second-class citizens in the Ottoman Empire. I know. Us businessmen have a reputation for only caring about the bottom line, and that may be true for some, but the way I see it, any venture must be built on a strong foundation of values. The Bulgarians don't understand those values. How could they? They're our values. This unequal treatment cannot stand. This weakens the Sunni ulema, which I am actually interested in doing, but it increases national supremacy pop support, or they're lucky to have any job at all. This makes them radical, reduces their standard of living, but it reduces support for national supremacy and racial segregation. On the other hand, I'm not really interested in further reducing the autonomy of Bulgarian people. So I think in this case, we're just going to let the war progress, and I think after this battle we'll have Iraqi Ajami fully occupied, and that will be not the end of the war, but it will be the point at which the enemy's war support will continue to decrease below 100. And actually, once they get below 100, that 240 is going to turn into 24, and I think that means we'll be able to fully achieve victory in the war pretty soon after the enemy's war support hits 0 and gets below 0. Alright, excellent. They're in retreat now. Wonderful. Watching this battle very closely because this is potentially a turning point. Alright, that means the front has moved and the enemy no longer has war support protection. Wonderful. Alright, and that means victory for us, basically, within a matter of a few weeks. Unless something goes wild over here on the Russian front, which I hope it will not, and which we appear to be winning on. Oh, we've got an army advancing over here, because this guy's on the advance order. Shouldn't have did that. Should have been more careful with that. Whoopsie doodle. We'll do it better next time. And I think I will call the episode basically as soon as the war is finished, because we've had a good long episode for today. Alright, yes, here we go. So we're at -1, and this, as I said, that's down to -24, so we should just need a few more weeks before peace will be achievable. Interestingly, Russia... Do we need to capitulate Russia in order to make this happen? Well, Ordosu is... Are these just changing position on me? Is that the problem I'm having right now? I'm going to put this army on defense. Is it the Lower Egypt Forest Front, which is this one? Alright, so Anadolu Ordosu needs more conscripts. By a lot. I don't know why I thought they were somewhere else. Alright, so we're just going to pull in 10 battalions of conscript infantry, and then we'll do 5 battalions of my command limit. I'm at my command limit. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, that should give us what we need. That's interesting. I wonder how fast Russia is losing war support here. It's interesting. They're a negotiating participant, which I guess makes sense because they've got part of the peace deal. But they are losing war support at a reasonable rate. Hey, there's the corporate charters tech. I'm going to worry about that in a little bit because I want to get this war done and get my protectorate over Persia ready to go so that I can have all of the happiness in the world that I desire from having a protectorate over Persia. You know what? I'm not going to pause construction. I'm feeling pretty good about my finances overall. I'm $1 million less than where I wanted to be, but, you know, it's fine. It's fine. Year has turned over. We're still working, but I think Russia's losing about 3 war support per week, so it's not going to be long before they accept. I think I can still swing it during January. A lot of battles happening down here, but we're winning them, so I think I'm still feeling good. I'm still feeling good. You know, this isn't a Hearts of Iron 4. I can't, you know, direct individual units, and the game wasn't designed to be a Hearts of Iron 4. It was designed to be a Victoria 3. And that's the peace deal. Give me my protectorate. Yes. Whew. That was, excuse me? Romania? Cool. Ah, Romania formed properly. That's wonderful. You do it, Romania. So, I'm feeling pretty good. I've achieved my protectorate over Persia. I'm going to start improving relations with them so that they can be happy and we can all be happy together. I'm at below 25 infamy. I've achieved an enemy in Great Britain, which I'm not super excited about. Relations are neutral, and they've expelled my diplomats. So I'm not super pleased about that. But we'll be able to move forward on a really solid basis as we get going. And I'll figure out what to do about the political situation. For now, though, it's been a good episode. I've had fun. I hope y'all have had fun. And I will see you all on the other side.